Hello and welcome one and all to episode 5 of Hazbin Hotel. Since episode 1, this show has kind of been banger after banger after banger. And I'm really hoping we continue that trend with this episode. The one of the few things that I think I can critique though about previous episodes, specifically last episode, but a little bit for prior episodes as well, is there are times where it feels like things are going a little bit too fast. Like I get that the frantic energy of the show is something that was, very present in the pilot and is actually something that I wanted to see carried over into this actual show. However, sometimes things do feel like they are going too quickly. Things feel like they're going at too much of a breakneck pace. And, for example, last episode, as much as I liked seeing Angel's character arc, it did feel like we kind of speed ran his character arc in the course of that single episode. Again, there were little things that hinted at what was to come in previous episodes, but yeah, I don't know. There was just it's something that I think is gonna be on my mind probably going forward as we get into the second half of this season. Is that is just pacing, paying attention to the pacing and wondering if maybe things could have benefited from chilling out a little bit. But before we jump in, though, I want to, at least for the uncut full version of this episode on my Watchalong channel, I want to talk about Loser Baby for a moment. And if you've watched the past few videos for Hazbin Hotel, if you've seen some of these thoughts that I've interjected before, this is going to be another instance where I am just kind of looking at some notes that I've written down previously, and it's not going to be the cleanest. It's not going to be, the most eloquent, most effectively presented as it could be, but I just want to get these thoughts out here before we continue on. I would rather just get these out in a somewhat lackluster manner rather than try to spend, a bunch of extra time making this more perfect of a presentation when I could just be getting into watching more episodes. So, talking about Loser Baby. I wasn't really sure what to think of it initially and didn't really comment on it too much in the last video, but after taking some time and doing some rewatches, I do have some thoughts, and I've also, outside of rewatching the episode as a whole, I have just listened to the song multiple times. It has grown on me a lot. There have been multiple songs so far in the show that have grown on me a bit more after initial viewing, but Loser Baby is probably the one that has grown on me the most after initial viewing. But anyways, as for what that song and that scene actually means. So, when the song first starts, Angel and I would imagine probably most of the people watching the show are surprised to hear that Husk isn't necessarily trying to pick him up in a way that immediately compliments him or tries to dismiss the aspects of Angel's character or dismiss aspects of Angel's character or behavior, specifically, the ones that he doesn't like. What this actually does, though, is it prevents Angel from being able to rely on the kind of defense mechanisms he's accustomed to. If Husk were to say something positive about him, then Angel would likely respond by denying it and then bringing up something that he hates about himself as sort of a proof as to why the good thing that Husk said is wrong, and that then shuts down what it is he's trying to do. This is just like a really common defense mechanism for people who are in like abusive situations and as such have kind of developed the sort of worldviews and traits that Angel has. But also the next point, Husk making sorry, Husk making it clear that they are both losers is also super important. People don't like to feel like they're being talked down to, generally speaking. But even less so when it is someone like Angel, who, in his case, has kind of, as I was just hinting at, has a lot of issues with self worth and with having a tendency to already blame themselves for their shitty situation. When Angel basically reactively uses the defense mechanism of being self deprecating, and Husk seemingly immediately accepts that presentation of him, just as he previously said he would when telling him to stop being fake, it gives Angel a chance to actually embrace who he is in a way that he doesn't really feel like he's been able to. He gets more comfortable and opens up more directly rather than making an attempt to push people away or similar, like what we saw earlier at the hotel. This comfort then extends from verbal to physical when Husk starts pulling Angel into his dance number. We can see that Angel is initially surprised by this, and this is not only a visual demonstration of the kind of psychology of the situation that I just described, but it's also the case that I think the dancing itself is important. We've seen in both the Addict music video as well as during Poison earlier in the episode that Angel very much tries to dress up the uglier parts of what he does, what he's forced to do, with glitz and glamour. Poison straight up looks like an in universe music video. But we know that that's not the reality of his situation. And we know that all of the dancing is covering up some much less savory physical activities. So this expression of genuine care and approval being done partially through dancing just feels much more meaningful to the character because Angel is getting to do the thing that he fantasizes about in a very real and very genuine way with someone who wants to be doing it with him and who isn't just using him. Again, you can say what you want about the current relationships between the characters of the hotel, uh, but they do care about each other. Like again, for while I am starting to consider criticizing the pacing of certain elements of the show a bit, it is still the case that regardless of whether or not you feel that it's like been earned or like has been thoroughly and properly established, the characters do actually legitimately care about each other. So yeah, that's kind of my points that I wanted to make about Loser Baby. Did that all make sense? If you have any other questions, comments about what it was that I just had to say about that scene, if you have anything that you want to add, then feel free to do so in the comments below. I think that's probably it. I think that's probably it. So yeah. However, if this is the next thing you're seeing, then you're probably not watching the full watch-along version. You're probably just watching the highlights version on my original reaction channel. If you want to see those thoughts, then pop over to that other channel. Check out those extended versions of these videos that I post over there, and yeah, see if it's something that you enjoy. But otherwise, even if you're only here for this video, make sure to like the video, leave a thumbs up, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I think with that, we can go ahead and get into the episode. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into episode 5 of Hazbin Hotel because I'm super excited. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is a great start. Huh? Baggy, please. Yeah, because the last one went so well. Okay. Okay, I was curious about this actually. Oh, what? Oh, jeez. That sure was a transition. Oh, wow. Ooh. So many little ducks. Why? He is curious. Definitely doesn't seem like he's. Do you know where it is? Definitely didn't seem like he was like being reluctant to help her because like he didn't want to. It was more a reluctance of like concern almost. Oh, he actually okay. Oh, hi, Alistair. Oh, he is short. I wasn't sure if it was just like the angle or something. Got the same cheeks as she does too. Shouldn't you know him? Okay, just a little bit of unwarranted animosity between these two, I feel. Other friends who I'd like to point out real quick, I think I got the name wrong, but I liked how previously when she was wow. Oh no. When she was on the phone with Lucifer, how all of the guests, particularly Angel, were like in the background being very supportive. And we're just right into it. What is with him in like toys? Oh, yeah, he's very much trying to get under Lucifer's skin. What? Who? I am I am thoroughly flummoxed this episode. Rude? Oh, what? He is so incredibly awkward. Oh my god, she knows him too. Just walks away. Knows Nifty too. Oh my god. What other word would you use? So this is similar to the background that we got in the pilot. Right. But why? Bye, Husk. His face. Indeed. Oh, come on, give me more of that stuff. Uh, uh, okay, this. I feel like this kind of tracks with what you might expect from Lucifer. Is that some teleportation nonsense? That's it. Okay, who's gonna do something? Can see why these two don't get along. Okay, let's see it. Oh, you shut up. Yes, let's see this. Are we getting into a song? Angel, please. Really, Mimsy? You had to get Alistair involved for these jobbers? Waste of his abilities. You should be. I. I. You are pushing your luck. You, apparently. I think she's just a bit more personable than you've shown yourself to be, frankly. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I love how this sounds. God damn. Oh. We need to learn, we need to find out so much more about this dynamic with the family. Jeez, those wings. What what are his powers with these portals? Because that wasn't necessarily like a teleportation. That seemed more like a subspace creation. Yeah, that tracks. Mm. Oh, and he's just leaving, just like that. Okay. What? Wait, what? We're doing what? Wait, right now? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't entirely know what to make of that episode. Okay, so that episode was definitely not something that I would immediately drop into the same vein as episodes 2, 3, and 4. Um, but I'm not like outright saying it's bad or it's good but not as good or anything like that. I don't really know. I just don't really know entirely what to make of that episode. So the main thing I think I want to say at the moment is that it very much it very much kind of reinforces the thing that I said at the top of the video, which was that like sometimes it feels like things are maybe going a bit too fast. And similar to how I was talking about how, it seemed like last episode, as much as I liked it, it did feel a little bit like Angel's character arc kind of got like, we kind of just like ran through it super quick. It also feels like we kind of speed ran this sort of reconciliation between Lucifer and Charlie. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that we are. I say I'm sure, maybe not. We've got 6, 7, 8, 3 episodes left in this season. Um, I would imagine that we're probably going to get more of Lucifer with Charlie. I would assume that we're going to be learning more about their family dynamic in the past and trying to like, grow it from where it left off to, modern times now. But I don't know. Yeah, just a very, very odd episode, I feel. It did feel, I think, also a little disjointed to an extent. I don't know, because there was just a lot happening, and while it's not the first time that an episode of Hazbin Hotel has had a lot happening, I think it's the first time that it has had a lot happening that hasn't necessarily felt uniform in what it was trying to establish or accomplish. And yeah, just so like there was stuff with Alistair, there was stuff between Alistair and Lucifer, there was stuff with Lucifer, then there was stuff with Lucifer and Charlie, of course, as I just mentioned. And there's still like little hints being dropped about like other bigger, broader stuff beyond these interpersonal character relationships. And then of course now there's also this bigger topic that we kind of started the episode and then ended the episode with, which was this idea of Charlie getting to talk to somebody in charge of heaven to try to have a better shot at proposing, at like making a case for her proposal about rehabilitating sinners. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna rewatch the episode in a little bit and maybe add more onto this later. But this might just be a really short video for Hazbin Hotel. Like this might just end up being like the shortest video that I've done for Hazbin Hotel to this point. I don't know, but yeah, that was an odd episode. I don't know. It was again not necessarily bad. Not it. What again? It didn't blow me away like some of the previous episodes did, but that wasn't necessarily bad. It was just sort of odd. Just felt maybe a little disjointed, and I'm getting increasingly curious, I guess, to see the rest of the season, just because I'm very there. Again, there are some things about the way that the show is executed on certain axes of being a storytelling medium and being an animated product and such. And I'm just there are certain things that I think I will potentially have a different opinion on once I have finished the season versus while I'm still in the midst of things. And so I'm getting increasingly curious, not just to see like the next episode, but to get to the end of the season and just kind of have the opportunity to sit and think about like overall what my thoughts have been on the show. Once I've finished with that sort of package, initial package of what the show has to offer. So yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Remember to like the video. Remember to leave a comment on the video. Subscribe if you are not already. Check out other videos on the channel if you are so inclined to do so. Check out my other channel if you may be interested in the different kinds of content that is going up on those two different YouTube channels. And until I see you in the next one, take care. Bye-bye.